Okay, so here we are back in T-Pose Am Jesus Christ. And, yeah, we had, just been baptized by John the Baptist, John the Immerser, Yochanan the Immerser, John the Baptizer, however you want to translate it. And, so yeah, where do we have to go now? So, I'm presenting this with some alternative viewpoints you probably never have heard before. So, let's go. Let's make sure, yeah, we're recording. We reached the place of prayer. Oh, that's right. I was following this ghost spirit thing. It's like a light shard. Can I walk through this water? Is this the place of prayer? I guess so.
Jesus, full of the Holy Spirit, left the Jordan and was led by the Spirit into the wilderness, where for 40 days he was tempted by the devil.
So this is supposed to be a type of...
He ate nothing during those days, and at the end of them he was hungry.
So I think this is supposed to be a type of Moses in the wilderness and the children of Israel in the wilderness. There's a bunch of fog. Find a cave. Find a safe place to rest. Oh, my faith is up to 160 now. What about do I have more followers? I didn't do anything to get any more followers, I guess. There's no vaulting in this game, I guess. There's only one way to get there, I think. Just follow the yellow brick road. What kind of cave is this? I don't think I've seen anything like this in pictures from Israel. This way? No. I'm gonna jump down and then battle a chimera or something. Is that me? Oh, looky there.
You look so tired. Why do you suffer so much?
Okay, Voldemort.
It doesn't matter, but I've heard that you are his son. If you are the son of God, tell these stones to become bread.
So, this, son, Jesus, being a literary disguise for Titus Flavius, he's the son of God, the Roman state god, the Emperor Vespasian. Tell these stones, these sons, to become bread. So his answer is, man shall not live by bread alone. It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God.
But does God really want you to suffer this way? Aren't we all his beloved children? Do you not deserve some relief?
They tried to make him look serpentine.
Eat this bread, and your suffering will end.
It's like in a British accent. It's like British accent, the most evil. Also, British accent, the most true sounding. Like when you say any kind of bullshit in a British accent, it automatically sounds more true than it would have if it would have been said in an American accent. I will not put my father to the test. So Titus would not put his father Vespasian to the test. He guides me and will give me the strength to endure. Uh-oh. Let's see. So W. Where? Losing faith? How do I get there? Press O and dove to speed up? What's the dove button? What is the dove button? Am I supposed to... Oh, A. Supposed to hit A. I think I'm hitting the wrong... D. Oh, I screwed up because I think I'm still gonna win it, even though I've been screwing up the whole way. Unless my key presses don't matter at all. So now I gotta move on to the next temptation. What's back here? This is pretty expansive back here. Didn't... Hold on a second. It was led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil, and when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. Let's go to Revised Standard Version. Afterward he is hungry, and the tempter came. Okay. So it doesn't really, just says into the wilderness, doesn't really specify beyond that, I guess. Unless one of the other Gospels does. Let's see. That's Matthew, Mark. So there's Luke, and then John doesn't have this sequence. Yeah, okay. So Luke basically follows the other one. Continue. Feel like he does a lot more running in this than he would have done in real life. Really? 4 serpents?
So, we meet again, Jesus, in this desolate place.
Why is he calling the temple a desolate place?
If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down. For it is written, He will command His angels concerning you, and they will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone.
So these have 2 themes that are associated with the military campaign of Vespasian and Titus against the Jewish people in Galilee and Judea. One is they're at the top of the temple on the roof or parapet, whatever you want to call it, and it says, throw yourself down. Now, and he will command his angels or his messengers concerning you, that is actually associated with another place. But being at the top of the temple and throwing yourself down, this is what the priests who were defending the temple, what some of them did while the temple was burning, according to Flavius Josephus, and this would have been in 70 AD, right? So this is directly associated with Jesus Titus, because Titus was there at the time and directing the Roman legions in the siege against the temple. The other one is here, he will command his angels or messengers concerning you, and they will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. This happened to Vespasian. I think it was at Jotaphat or Jotapata, and some kind of slung stone hit Vespasian in his foot, and the whole Roman army rushed to Vespasian because they were so concerned about his welfare. Yeah, so if you had read Flavius Josephus's The Wars of the Jews, these 2 allusions should, I would say would, but they should strike you immediately. So he says, do not put the Lord your God to the test. So don't put Vespasian to the test, apparently. It is also written, do not put the Lord your God to the test.
Are you afraid, Jesus?
Do you not trust in the power of your father, Vespasian, who could protect you? Well, Vespasian went off to Rome to become emperor.
After all, you have proof in the Holy Scriptures.
I will not test my God, for my faith is unwavering, blah, blah, blah. Is that actually in the narrative? I don't recall those exact words. My trust is in him, not in your temptations. That is, oh gosh, who writes this stuff? Oh, W. A. W. Damn it, I'm having a hard time getting this. There we go. Oh, jeez. I don't understand these controls at all. Go. S. W. D. S. So you see what's like going on here, right? Like he was taken to a scene at the top of the temple, and now he's back here again. It's like we're getting snapshots of things that happened. You know, there's like no explainable reason that Satan or the serpent would have needed to take him to the top of the temple for that. Unless it was an allusion to what happened in Flavius Josephus's The Wars of the Jews. This almost seems like a tribute to Satan here. Or maybe like some Harry Potterism, where there was that big snake in Harry Potter. Wasn't that when he first meets Voldemort in serpent form or something? I forget. What are these colonnades here? Or not just columns? They seem out of place. Is this supposed to be underneath the temple? Because they've got something like that, I think, underneath the temple mount. This is just strange. Serpent like boring straight into the rock. Yeah, this is looking like we're underneath the temple. Oh. Rather, we're in a Roman.
So, we meet again, Jesus. This time, let me show you the power and glory of the world.
Yeah, so that's kind of...
Look, all these kingdoms of the world and their splendor I will give to you, if you fall down and worship me.
So, here... all the kingdoms of the world and their splendor, that was actually given to Jesus / Titus Flavius as the Roman emperor. You know, he had control of the whole Roman Empire, and any kingdoms that would have come up against the Roman Empire would have been crushed. But here, it's like, although this is in like a Roman setting, and he's sitting in a Roman throne, which is kind of fitting, I think in these passages that if it's in keeping with the New Testament, then Satan and devils and demons is usually attributed to or becomes a representation of the Jewish people. So it's like they're trying to push the Jews control the world conspiracy theory and say that Jews were offering Jesus the kingdoms of the world. Like they're trying to offer the Roman emperor all the kingdoms of the world if he would just bow down and serve the Jewish people. But yet here they have him sitting in a Roman setting on a Roman throne. So it's like Vespasian, which would be appropriate. Vespasian the emperor is saying to his son, if you'll fall down or kneel down and serve me, then I'll bequeath unto you all the kingdoms of the world as my successor, which actually happened according to history. But he says, away from me, Satan, or the word can mean adversary. You know, it doesn't have to be like a proper name. So he says, away from me, Satan, but I think the text says, get behind me, Satan. For it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve him only.
All these kingdoms can be yours, without suffering, without the cross. All it takes is one bow.
One bow? What the heck are you talking about? Oh, one... Oh my gosh. Did the person doing the voice recording, the voice acting, not know what he was reading? All it takes is one bow, because you're supposed to fall down, bow down, and worship me. All it takes is one bow, not one bow. This isn't about archery. My kingdom is not of this world. Right, sure. I serve only my Father in heaven.
You reject the power and wealth of this world, but we shall return to this conversation.
My loyalty is only to God. I worship no one but him.
Remember, your obedience and faithfulness will bring salvation to many. Trust in my presence and the power that guides you.
Are you afraid, Jesus?
Press blank to drag the demon into the portal.
Are you afraid, Jesus?
What portal?
Are you afraid, Jesus?
What the heck?
Are you afraid, Jesus?
Oh, it says hold this. drag the demon into the portal. Did I get it? I gotta get this one still, I guess.
He won this time. But this will not stop me. I will go everywhere in this land. I will go into every city, into every corner of them. I will take my power and spread my darkness everywhere, to all homes, to every human, every soul. I will enter their bodies and put my diseases inside. I will boil their minds and put my demon servants inside them. And then I will go to Jerusalem, to their capital, and will tempt all citizens with my darkness and sins. In such a way, they will stop Jesus and kill him. Ha 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 ha! He can't stop me.
That's so corny, dude.
You resisted the temptation and remained steadfast in your faith, emerging victorious.
This is what I'm talking about. Even this one is resorting to this. All these dramatizations where they're trying to make the even the New Testament scriptures, which are already super accessible to Gentiles, they're trying to make them more accessible to Gentiles by attempting to fill in the gaps. Instead, what you get is this cheap-ass spackle that dries up and flakes away. And it's just such cornball, lowest common denominator churchian nonsense, this language that they're using to attempt to fill in the gaps in the dialogue. Anyway, I will press on just because I'm using this as a vehicle to explain like the actual historical context of the Gospels in the 70s to 96 AD or thereabouts. You can use fast travel to visit previously visited locations. Meet my family. Why? How far away are they? Can I just run there? Will it let me, or is it going to demand that I use fast travel? How big is this map? Is it like 1-to-1 scale of Israel? I want to get up to that ridge and see what I can see on the other side. These palms, they don't have any dates. It's like some games you would hit like an invisible wall because you're trying to do something that it doesn't want you to do. So I'm trying to see like how free roam this game actually is. Unfortunately, even if it is free roam, I get the feeling that you can't really interact with the world in places where events aren't scripted. Like I can't find like an old Roman sword laying somewhere Wow, so we can actually run the whole way. So yeah, the thing is that the expected Messiah is supposed to be a king ruling the world in peace by the standards of the law given through the Creator's servant Moses. So for the temptation to offer him all the kingdoms of the world, you know, it's if Jesus was the Messiah, then it was something he was supposed to get anyway. But we don't see any evidence that Jesus is reigning as a king Messiah. We just get this excuse that he's going to return someday and actually prove that he's the Messiah that Christians tell us we're supposed to affirm now, when he hasn't even proven himself. Like, we're supposed to accept that he's the Prince of Peace when he hasn't brought peace to the world. Unlock the miracle of exorcism after resisting Satan's tempt. Use it to help the possessed and gain followers. Find possessed people marked on the map. Press Q to select exorcism. Press trigger button to confirm the target. Gotta zoom in. What does an exorcised person look like? Where am I? Oh, I'm here. So, there's one there. Miracle of healing. Roman occupation. What is this? That's where I'm supposed to go. Joseph's profession. I'm supposed to go back home. Sermon. Let's get us a follower. Go around to the far side. Then we can have someone to fetch our food for us. Well, you're not a very good Messiah. As soon as you get a little bit of power, all you can think about is yourself. The text says I was hungry, so... Let's see... Where is this guy? Oh, I'm here now. I'm not sure this is gonna let me. Now, where are we here? What is this? Mark 1 through 3?
Let's offer prayers at the synagogue before nightfall.
Don't tell me what to do.
How is your family doing these days?
Pretty good.
Did you see the new carpenter shop?
Why would it be new? Okay, who's that? A Pharisee. Oh, this ought to be good.
I am a Pharisee, keeper of the law and guardian of our heritage. Flavius Josephus wrote of men like me, and with reason.
Oh my
You can find me in
gosh.
Jerusalem, Bethlehem, Nazareth, or by the banks of the Jordan River. If you truly are as wise as they say, then face me, and answer 3 riddles drawn from the sacred scriptures. Just talk to me if you are ready.
Okay. Part of the problem is saying that Flavius Josephus wrote about him. We are supposed to be in the 30s right now. Flavius Josephus wrote about the Pharisees, I believe, from 75 CE onwards. So it's anachronistic to say Flavius Josephus wrote about me. Besides, you wouldn't need to say that because people would know who the Pharisees were. Anyway, let's go.
Ready for a bit of puzzling as if you were tested by a Pharisee?
What do you mean, as if you were tested by a Pharisee?
Who built the ark to save his family and animals from the flood?
Oh my gosh. It doesn't take a Pharisee to know that.
Exactly. Are you up for an intellectual challenge? Perhaps one posed by a Pharisee?
I thought you were supposed to give me 3 riddles.
Who killed Goliath, the Philistine giant, with a stone from a sling?
Man, these are not...
That's right.
Are these supposed to be tough?
Would you like to solve an intriguing mental puzzle? Which city was destroyed by fire and brimstone for its wickedness?
Sodom.
Correct. I came to test you, but it is I who have been exposed. Thank you for the truth.
How were you exposed? Check followers panel? Is this guy my follower now? Press blank to accept followers. Face the Pharisees' tricky questions. Complete main quests. 1, those questions weren't tricky at all. They were very direct. 2, I didn't expose the Pharisee. Weird. Okay, where's this demon-possessed person? He's over here somewhere. I think he's up here.
Please, go away from me.
Yeah, see, I knew this guy was... Exorcism. That's it.
Remember, your obedience and faithfulness will bring salvation to many.
Why am I losing...
Trust in my presence and the power
followers
that guides you.
Oh, I gotta do this demon bashing thing again. Whoa. Bitch. Gotcha, bitch. Maybe you should be afraid.
Thank you for saving me.
Yeah, now what?
Thank you for saving me.
Where's all the people to witness my mighty good works? Let me check, do we have any more followers from that? I need more likes and subscribes.
The fields look lush after the recent rain.
What you doing, Dad?
Jesus, my son, I'm so glad you're back. How are you?
Father, thank you. I am well. After those days in the desert, it's good to see you again.
You must have experienced so much. Are you tired? Do you need to rest?
I'm full of strength and ready for what lies ahead.
In that case, you should join your mother who left for Cana some time ago.
Yep, the wedding.
There's a wedding there, and your presence will be important. If you hurry, you should make it in time for the celebration. She'll be happy to see you.
I'll go there immediately. You see to skip travel. How is that different than fast travel? Okay, so, well, I mean, I can go most of the way there. I'd rather take the scenic route than fast travel. Fast travel's for, Punanis. That's for, well, pretty much a certain sort of gamer ever since at least 2001. I don't want to walk. It's too far. What's the auto run button? Yes, we know we visited Galilee. Thank you for the update. To the update. Need more wild animals here. I've got 300 faith now and 4,150 followers. Can't you see them all? They're followers who don't follow. They're just keeping tabs on me through TikTok. Or as we like to say, crisscross. That's the new Christian app to replace TikTok. So you don't have to wade through all the filth on TikTok. I wonder what engine this game uses. Because if it's Unreal, I could slap a filter on this that would probably make it look even better. What's over here? Why don't you want me to see this? Looks like sun's gonna set soon. Time to
How
schmooze.
is your family doing these days?
Well, given that some of them are here, why don't you ask them?
How is your family doing these days? How is your family doing these days?
I heard the Roman soldiers passed through the village again last night.
Yeah, so? What do you care?
How is your family doing these days?
Oh. This guy doesn't talk.
How is your family doing these days?
Jesus.
There's Mom.
It's so good to see you back. I can't wait to hear more about your time with John. But now, I'm afraid there's a small problem at the wedding.
What seems
They've
to be
already
the
run
matter?
out of wine, and it's only the first day. Perhaps you could help them avoid embarrassment in front of everyone?
So... what have I to do with you, woman? What? Come on. John 2:4. So, when she comes and says they have no wine, his response is, "O woman, what have you to do with me, for my hour has not yet come." That's how he responds to her. And they've just glossed over that in this game. So then his mother, Mary, responds, "Do whatever he tells you." So some take this as a response that Jesus is getting married and that he's no longer under his mother's responsibility or leadership or something, because now he's a grown man, he's getting married. And then she says to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." So whose servants? Like Mary's servants? Or the servants of the wedding? So then why would Mary be saying to the servants of the wedding, "Do whatever he tells you," unless he's the groom? So there's this whole debate about whether Jesus was married. Did he marry Mary Magdalene? Yeah, anyway, was it Microsoft Copilot is really against that theory, even though there's to be honest, the New Testament doesn't explicitly say one way or the other whether Jesus was married, and it doesn't explicitly identify a wife by name, even though it explicitly identifies all of these other women by name. But then Microsoft Copilot says that all of those other women, they're just like plot devices, or to move the narrative along, or to teach some lesson or something. And but then there's the whole matter of be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. It's a commandment in the Torah, right? So a single man who wants to fulfill all righteousness should be getting married according to the Torah. So why isn't Jesus getting married? And then Microsoft Copilot tried to say, well, there could be various reasons. Could be he's taken a Nazirite vow. It could be that he's a prophet and he's been commanded to be single. It could be, there was one other thing. But anyway, all three things were things that are also not explicitly said in the text. So that would be pure speculation. So Microsoft Copilot is willing to engage in speculation in order to defend the Christian and academic consensus, but not willing to speculate in favor of what would make more sense given the setting. So we know that Titus was married, so it's possible that the Christian scriptures, the Gospels, don't mention a wife because they don't want to draw attention to how the real Jesus, Titus Flavius, had a wife. Anyway, so I was asking Microsoft Copilot some questions about Mary Magdalene. And basically it starts going into that Mary Magdalene's part of like an authority, like a power struggle within Christianity regarding hierarchical organization versus revelation and kind of impromptu inspiration. And also, yeah, so basically that. There might have been another aspect it was saying that Mary Magdalene was all about, but it didn't really. Anyway, it was approaching the literature from like a literature analysis, literary analysis perspective, rather than treating it like real historical events or questioning whether the events were historical. It was almost taking like a Joseph Campbell kind of approach to the scriptures, which I think is freaking strange for an AI to do. But yeah, so then when I'm asking Microsoft Copilot, because it's saying that the Flavian hypothesis isn't plausible, when I'm throwing, and it's I think assenting to some of the proofs I'm throwing at it, but yet it continues to defend like the Christian narrative from this like Joseph Campbell kind of perspective, where if the Christian scriptures are presenting an event as having actually happened, and it didn't actually happen, that makes at least that passage false. Like, Microsoft Copilot doesn't see it that way. It sees it like as, some like spiritual lesson or literary device or something. It doesn't seem to want to deal in blacks and whites when, and I'm not speaking of race, when dealing with the Christian scriptures. Like it's being apologetic, in my opinion. But then when you throw at it the far more plausible Flavian hypothesis or the Caesar's Messiah thesis, it's like rejecting that as all, fantasy. And it's demanding much more stringent proofs. Like it wants actual like Greek phrases from Flavius Josephus to also be found in the Gospels and vice versa in order to demonstrate interdependence. And it doesn't allow the possibility that imprecise wording or paraphrasing might be used, as long as the themes carry over from one to the other, or the symbols carry over from one to the other. You know, it feels like there isn't any proof unless you can give me word for word, verbatim phrasing copied from one to the other. But then when it comes to defending the Christian narrative, it plays all fast and loose, like we can be all touchy-feely with it and metaphysical. It's pretty fucking disgusting, if you ask me. Yeah, sorry for the F word there, but, yeah, pretty disgusted by it. Because this part of this disgust stems from the fact that this literature has been the springboard for systematic, localized exterminations of the Jewish people and even the Holocaust itself. But then they're defending it, like the consensus, both the Christian and the academic consensus is defending the historical Jesus industry, even though we now have and can see internal evidences that show that it's malarkey. It's just Roman propaganda against the Jewish people. So, back to this. So he says, my time has not yet come, and then some people take this as that his time has not yet come to get married, as one, I guess, interpretation. But clearly there's no talk of marriage in the Christian scriptures, so you know, maybe they would say, well, it's talking about Christ and his bride being the church.
Oh, but it has, my son. After everything you've been through, this is the perfect moment to let them see who you are.
So that brings the question, this little bit of contrived dialogue brings the question, did Jesus believe himself to be the Messiah, assuming the surface reading of the Gospels, because Mary was a helicopter mom who was had elevated opinions about his future? So now, what's this? I gotta do something here. Unlocked. Oh. Weddings in Galilee during Jesus' time were multi-day events that brought the entire community together in celebration. The ceremonies began with a formal procession of the bride to the groom's house, followed by a wedding feast that could last up to a week. Wine played a key role, symbolizing joy and blessing, and its absence could bring great shame. So you say. Probably not at a Nazarite wedding. So what else am I looking for here? Is there more wine? Let's talk to some people. This guy's juking out to his MP3 player.
Do you think there will be a good harvest this year?
I guess there's some light music playing.
Have you tried the new wine from the vineyard? It's the best I've tasted in years.
He is silent at times, but never absent.
Who are you talking about?
The elders say the Messiah will come when the time is right.
Welcome! My mother told me about you. We're grateful you could join us.
Was that the bride? Hubba hubba. Her joy is a blessing to all who gather here.
Thank you. Please, enjoy the celebration.
Is that the groom?
I hope you're having fun.
The earth waits in silence, and the fields grow restless without rain.
Yeah, some other dude just said that the rains made the fields look really lush. Who is this? Who is this?
She walks alone more often now, since her father's debt was called in.
What?
Hello. I'm sorry, but we're out of wine.
Wine manager.
Clearly guests enjoyed it too much, and now we have none left. The bride and groom will be very disappointed.
Yeah. I will take care of it.
You take care of it? Did you bring wine for everyone to the party?
Fill the jugs with water. Give me a moment, and I'll take care of it.
Water? Oh well. I have no alternative anyway. I'll do it.
So, let me pause here. So there's a, let me see here. Did the Romans have an expression, turn water into wine, or turn wine into water? So, ancient Romans did not commonly use an expression to turn water into wine as a miracle. Rather, they regularly practiced turning wine into water through dilution, often viewed as a way to purify water. While water into wine is a biblical miracle attributed to Jesus, Roman and Greek myths sometimes featured gods like Dionysus converting substances, though the cultural focus was on mixing. Romans almost always mixed water and wine, as drinking undiluted wine was considered barbaric. Therefore, placing wine into water was a daily occurrence. Mythological parallels. While the specific phrase is not a known Roman idiom, mythological themes in Greek and Roman lore occasionally featured transformations, which some analysts suggest influenced later narratives. Context: the phrase turning water into wine is historically linked to the Christian narrative, not a common Roman expression. In summary, the Romans did not have an expression for turning water into wine, but they had a daily practice of turning wine into water, diluting it. So, let me see, through consumption and urination. Images. I want images. I want AI mode. The money doesn't stink story. The most famous Roman connection between urine and finance comes from Emperor Vespasian, when his son Titus criticized a tax on the collection of urine from public toilets used for tanning and laundry. Vespasian held a coin to Titus's nose and asked if it smelled. When Titus said no, the emperor replied, "Pecunia non olet." Money does not stink. Mixing wine into water. In reality, Romans almost always did the opposite of turning water into wine. They turned wine into a water-like beverage. Drinking wine neat, merum, was considered a sign of barbarism. Standard practice involved diluting wine with water, often in ratios like 3-to-1 and 4-to-1. So common Roman wine idioms. In vino veritas, in wine there is truth, suggesting people speak more freely when drunk. Nunc est bibendum, now is the time for drinking, from a poem by Horace, celebrating the death of Cleopatra. Misce bibe da me, mixed drink and give it to me, a common phrase found in Roman drinking graffiti. So, somewhere I had heard that the Romans had an expression of turning wine into water through consumption and urination, but I'm not coming up with that through AI. So everybody's standing around.
My spirit is weary, though my steps are steady.
Yeah, well, I don't see you walking anywhere. What about you?
The weather is perfect for a walk today.
Yeah? Well, why don't you go on one?
How is your family doing these days?
Okay, so now what? I gotta go over here. This party is so dead. What is this? This is a tree.
On the third day,
Oh
a
my
wedding
gosh.
took place at Cana in Galilee. Jesus' mother was there. And Jesus and his disciples had also been invited to the wedding. When the wine was gone, Jesus' mother said to him, "They have no more wine." "Woman, why do you involve me?"
There we
Jesus
go.
replied, "My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Nearby stood 6 stone water jars, the kind used by the Jews for ceremonial washing, each holding from 20 to 30 gallons. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill the jars with water." So they filled them to the brim.
Now we gotta do another mini game. Riddle scene completion. Place interactive objects in appropriate places to complete the scene. Press E to grab an object. Blank to increase throw power. Blank to release to throw object. So we're looking for an apple here. Is that an apple? Okay. Oh, wait, I don't see any followers here. Which one of these is an apple? That's a pomegranate. This is an apple. Oops. Do I get a second try? I do. Good. What, I gotta shoot it right at her hand? What the heck, dude? There we go. So that's Abraham and Isaac, so... I guess it would be a dagger? Jeez. You know, if... I mean, that's just a dude standing there with his hand up. I don't know what that means. What is that supposed to be? Is that Moses holding the 10 Commandments? What is this now? Oh, that's David's sling? Sword, a crook. Spear. A scroll. I don't know, I'll try this, but... Kinda... I'd rather not do that with the 10 Commandments, but okay. Let's see if this is it. Nope. I don't know who this is supposed to be. Oh, is this Jesus standing up in the synagogue reading from the scroll of Isaiah? Yeah. Okay. What is... Oh, that's David and Goliath, I guess? So that's Moses, so we probably need this. What is that sun-worshipping stuff? Is that Joshua when the sun stays still? Did Joshua have a spear? That's not supposed to be the Ten Commandments, is it? Let me see here. Nope. Oh, I need my spear back, please. I don't know. I kind of wanted to do more of those. That was pretty fun. Oh, here's where I've got more. No apostles yet. Map. Journal. Yeah, I did. Hover over a target and press blank to transform. I did. So basically I get 600 followers because I brought out the booze. Real nice.
What do you intend to do with that water?
I already did it, bitch.
But, alright then. This is wine. How did you do this?
I just added some grape Kool-Aid.
This wine is better than what we had before. Thank you, thank you. You have saved the day. We must tell the groom.
What do you need to tell the groom?
You must taste this wine. Call the groom here.
Why don't you call the groom here?
Hello. I am a bit embarrassed, though. I've gotten word that we have run out of wine.
Jesus managed to get us wine. Let's go and try it. It's the best wine I've ever had.
Well, I'll be the judge of that. Let's go try it.
Let's get Mikey. He'll try anything.
This wine is amazing. Thank you, Jesus. You've made my day even better.
The sun rose early today. Perhaps the Lord will...
Yes, my son?
I solved the wine problem.
Yes. I'm glad you chose to do it. I know what this really means. For you. Let's enjoy this moment with them. While we still can.
We still can. I must go and meet those who will follow me. I've got so many likes and subscribes from this. No, Mother, my time has come to begin my Father's work. I must
Will
go.
you be safe, my son?
Do not worry, Mother. I'm never alone. The time for me to gather my disciples has come. Okay, so next we're gonna... I just want to take one more look at this blushing bride. Woohoo! Congratulations, Musseltoff, dude. Okay, so we'll stop here. And we'll pick it up next time.